Well, good afternoon. We are at the very popular Saguaro Lake. There's people everywhere. We are doing the Butcher Jones Trail. This is a fan favorite of amateur hikers. It's very boring and very flat, but I'm in the area, so I figured I would do it. It is 5.8 miles with 636 foot of elevation gain, at least according to the track I have, but there's some little overlooks which might end up adding mileage. It is like 410. It is 110 degrees out, so should you be hiking in this weather? Probably not. I do have a liter of water for you who are interested. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna bang this out in hopefully like an hour, maybe a little over an hour. I know there's a little bit up and down, but 636 feet is not a lot. I know in the beginning it's sort of hard to see what's going on, but eventually you'll climb up. Here's your lake here, but we're just wrapping around it, eventually going over a hump, and then we'll get right down to the lake shore at a couple different points. So I will check in later on, but this should be a video that's only, I don't know, 8 minutes long, I would guess. So we've come around, wrapped around some of these little inlets, and now we climbed up like 100 feet, maybe, and nice view of the lake from here. So you can see we started over by the beach. You just have to do sort of a convoluted wrap. You can see the trail right there. I just had to come around a couple of these inlets, so it's not direct, but a little rocky terrain, a little overgrown, but you know, pretty easy. So we're probably maybe a mile in, not that far. So continuing onward. All right, so you come up over sort of a raised, you know, where you went up 100 feet or 200 feet, and then you drop down. There's this flat area, and there's two use trails that lead right down to the water. So, well, I don't think it's necessary that you do this. I'm gonna hit all these little spurs on the map. So here you go, for you water lovers. We are close to the water, and I could get in if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. So some extra 20 feet of bonus vert here. Take you right down to the water's edge. This is probably really slick, actually. Yeah, so if I wanted to dip in, I could. Maybe on the way back, I will. Here it is, part of Saguaro Lake. So we'll head back. We're gonna have a couple other spurs just like this one that'll head down to the water's edge. One of them at the end is a little steeper. This was pretty tame. So anyway, headed back up here. So not far, a quarter mile later, there's a sign, Butcher Jones Trail. But if you bang it right, there's another little, you know, 1/10 of a mile spur or so. So we're gonna check it out again to hit all spurs. There we go, a nice little secluded cove here. I feel like coves are always named like Pirates Cove or like Lover's Cove, something like that. I'm trying to think of other coves. So is it necessary to walk down here? No. We're gonna do it. So here we are. This is the end of the line here. Little cove, not very cool. So this is the second spur, and probably 1.75 in, if I had to guess. So we got, by the time we get back to the main trail, we got probably a little over a mile till we hit the end, and there'll be 2 spurs at the end. You can go either way. So I'm gonna hit them both. So I'll check in when I get closer to that point. So we've hit another junction here. This is where I said there's 2 spurs. They're both a quarter of a mile apparently. So we got a mile here, a quarter each way, twice. We're gonna go to Burrow Cove first. And then I remember the shoreline access, you gotta drop a decent amount because we're like, I don't know, 100 feet or more above the lakeshore. I should have done the steeper one first, but oh well, too late now. So we're going to Burrow Cove, and I will show you when I'm there. I might as well show you a view of the water, since it's coming into view. There you go, more water here. But we're gonna get down to some little inlet, I guess. Cool view of Four Peaks though. Well, I'm not sure where the actual cove is. I could either turn left. I'm gonna look at a map here, hold on. Let's see. Oh, I'm at the end of this line, but it actually continues. And the track doesn't do that, but the trail line does, so I might actually get some bonus. Yeah, so this just turns into a steep slope and a brush. I mean, you could go all the way down it, but there actually is a nice little breeze. So there's your Four Peaks. Browns, brother, sister, amethyst. Check out my video on that. I just did that a couple months ago. Great, very difficult, but if you're into tough stuff, I have very good footage, probably the best footage on YouTube of the Four Peaks Traverse. And I have other videos, one just going all the way up Browns, I show the whole thing. And then another one where I did 3 of the peaks and then was with a friend and turned around, but that has real good scramble footage too. So we're gonna keep going a little bit after I get a picture here. So I'll show you the next point, which I think just drops down lower. So we're getting closer. We went on the shoreline access spur. And we're at this lookout point, but you actually can continue all the way down to the water on a little use trail. Is it worth it? I don't know. Again, people love water and they love to feel water, and there's plenty of opportunities on this hike to get close to water. Anyway, it's about as low as you can get. I mean, you could step down if you wanted to, but we're gonna call this. So now we just got, I guess, less than 3 miles back, maybe 2.6 or so, because we've done all the spurs. 2.7. So anyway, there's Four Peaks, and this is more of Saguaro Lake and the Butcher Jones Trail. Whoop. Got a little uphill now, maybe 100 feet or something, I think. We just passed that first original spur that we went on. So climbing up above the lake, probably got a mile and a half left to the car. And there you have it, the Butcher Jones Trail with 4 little spurs. It's hot. I need something to drink. In case you didn't believe me, I don't know if you can see that, 110 degrees when I'm leaving at 5:40. So that took like an hour 15 maybe ish, so that's sort of slow. But yeah, it's still 110 degrees, so that was not very fun.